I also booked a spontaneous trip today, but it's like I went through a mindset shift. Not ready to commit to a single career path yet. I am back on the dating scene again, and I'm going to make it my year, whether it wants to be my year or not. I don't need another person to feel fulfilled right now. Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. How are you all? I hope you're doing well. I am just getting ready to go out for dinner, so I figured it would be a really good time to sit down and do a bit of a chatty get ready with me. I love doing these kind of videos where I just sit and ramble, and I think you guys do too, so I figured, you know, here's time for a little bit of a life update. I'm just gonna pin my hair back. I can never do this step. I'm looking at myself in the viewfinder and it's just not a good look. Bear with. Oh, that looks so silly. But I need to have my hair out of my face so I can put my foundation on. Yes, let me tell you where I'm at. I mean, no like major changes. I'm obviously back in London now. Excuse me, I'm not gonna look at the camera. I need to look at my mirror off the side so I can do my makeup. But yes, back in London now, which is great and exciting. It's so nice to be around all of my friends again. I've really missed those guys, and yeah, like the last time I obviously saw everyone was pre-Christmas, so good to be back in the office where I can see a lot of my friends and making plans outside of work with them as well. Got a couple of exciting things coming up, so spontaneously booked a trip to Leeds next weekend with some of my university friends. Not all of us are going, but a small group of us are heading up to Leeds to see someone who lives there in our friendship group. Obviously a lot of us are based down south, either in London or Cambridge, so it is nice that we have this little chance to go up and drag ourselves to them for a change rather than them having to travel all the way down here. And it'll be nice to explore a new city as well. I have seen Leeds briefly before. I went there on a university open day, but other than that I don't think I've really seen Leeds, so it would be quite exciting to see what we have in store. There's been talk of going to an ice hockey game, which is a bit random, but could be good fun. And lots of walks. I know they've got a big shopping, is it a shopping mall or a shopping street? I really don't know Leeds well at all, but really looking forward to that. And looking forward to escaping London as well, because it's very rare that I get outside of London. If I do, it's usually just to Cambridge or back home to Newcastle to see my family. So at least this way I'll be seeing another part of the UK, which is something I want to do a little bit more of, because London is such a hub and the transport links are really good, so I kind of want to make the most of that while I'm living in London and get out to other parts of the UK because I'm here and because I can hop on so many different trains to get wherever I want. I'm hoping it'll be quite easy to take day trips to places like Bath or Bristol or Brighton. All the places beginning with B apparently, so that's something. Speaking of trips, I also booked a spontaneous trip to Germany today. So I had a little bit of annual leave left to use up and I really wanted to go on holiday, but didn't really have anyone to go with, so I was like, well, I don't want to let that hold me back from going just because everybody else doesn't really have annual leave, and I don't want to waste, sorry, my ear's gone really red because it's quite warm in my room and I'm doing my makeup quickly. Ignore my bright red ear. Anyway, didn't want to not go on holiday just because my parents were busy, my friends were busy, and I didn't want to waste the week I had left of annual leave sitting around in London doing nothing, because it kind of felt like there was no point in taking that leave. I considered going up to Newcastle to visit my family, but the week I wanted to take my leave, my parents are actually on holiday, so I couldn't go up and see them, so it would just mean a week of sitting alone in London. I thought, that's a waste, I want to go somewhere. Now, I've never solo travelled ever before. I did fly to America when I was like 16 on my own, and that was pretty fun to visit a pen pal, but obviously her family were on the other end and things, so I was like, you know what, maybe this is my chance to discover myself, have a bit of time on my own, travel, explore, push out of my comfort zone as per my New Year's resolutions, and do things for me. Things that I enjoy, things that I've always wanted to do, and things that make me feel confident and independent. And I thought Germany would be a really good place to do that because it's clean and safe, and I know a little bit of the language, so if I got lost I could ask for directions, though I imagine most people do speak English, but I do know a little bit of the language, so if I needed to read street signs or ticket machines or speak to somebody, I'd feel a little bit more calm and relaxed and at ease about doing that. So I floated the idea to my friend who lives in Germany, she doesn't live in Munich, the part of Germany that I was planning on travelling to, but she said she'd be happy to travel and meet me in Munich, and we could do it together because she's never been to Munich either. So what was meant to be a solo trip has now spontaneously turned into me visiting my German friend, which is just super exciting because I haven't seen her in 2 years or something. We lived together during the pandemic while she was on her year abroad, and then obviously because of COVID I ended up going back home to Newcastle to be with my family, and yeah, we kind of parted and never got a proper goodbye, never got a proper reunion. So now that COVID is kind of past us, or we're learning to live with it and things are back to normal, I figured, you know what, yeah, let's do this, let's have a reunion. And it's one thing we've been constantly saying we'll do, like, oh yeah, we should do New Year together, we should do Christmas markets, we should do Oktoberfest, we should do bonfire night, and we keep saying like we should see each other, we should build a trip into the calendar. We've just never actually sat down and done it. So I was like, look, I've got this week of leave to use up, I really want to come to Germany, let me know if you want to do it. And she said yes. So today we hopped on FaceTime and I've booked my trip to Munich, and I'm starting to plan my little itinerary out now already, and I'm really excited about it. Let me know in the comments below if you have any recommendations, because I would love to hear them, whether that's sightseeing or places to visit or historical things, food places. I love a good food place. I love food recommendations, especially from locals. If anyone is local to Munich or has visited before and can recommend anything really good, I would really appreciate that. But that's kind of where I'm at in terms of like travel plans and personal life. Yeah, everything's starting to pick back up again. I love being back in London because it means I can start being more independent, planning things, doing things, pushing myself out of my comfort zone. Sorry, I'm trying to look at the camera when I speak to you, but I'm kind of distracted by the viewfinder because I'm doing my makeup, so I'm checking how it looks. Yeah, so that's where I'm at with that. And then I've kind of spoken briefly on my story about how work is going, but super well at the minute. I've got my, we call it end of year review, coming up in mid-March. It's kind of my mid-year review because I'm only halfway through my placement. For any of you that don't know, I'm on a 2-year business graduate program. I'm currently in my 2nd year, halfway through my 2nd year actually, and about to roll off the scheme at the end of the year. So I need to work out what I want to do with my career and secure a permanent role at the company by applying for internal vacancies or staying in the team I'm in at the moment. But I'm quite curious to explore something different and outside of what I've done, because as much as I love it, I really love my job, I really love my team, I'm still so young and like not ready to commit to a single career path yet. And I really love that my company is encouraging of flexibility in terms of working and trying different departments and roles and functions out, and not kind of specialising early on if you do still want breadth of experience and don't fully know what you want to do. And that's why I was drawn to this programme and this company, because I share those values. I don't know what I'm doing with my life and just want to explore while I can, gain as many skills as I can, try as many things, because once you pick something and you commit to it, it's a bit harder later in life to change your career path. Obviously not impossible, but I'd like to make sure I've gotten it right and tried as much as I can and know I'm very passionate about the area I go into. So that's happening at the minute. We've got end of year review coming up because that's when the end of year review is for usual colleagues at the business, but it just so happens that we're on a graduate scheme, so it's more of our mid-year review. But that sounds awfully confusing for what it is. Just know I've got a review coming up at the end of the year. I'm feeling quite happy about it, not too worried. I've had a lot of positive feedback from my wonderful colleagues, which is really heartwarming. And as I said, love my team, love where I'm at, really love my job and my company. I'm so lucky to be in a workplace that I love going to, and in a job that does get me out of bed in the morning, and I feel excited to go in and see my friends. I love the campus I work on. It's not like a stuffy corporate office block, it's more like a university campus, which is really fun, with lots of buildings, cafeterias and coffee places. Yeah, so I do love what I'm doing, and I'm very, very happy at the moment. So I've got that coming up, and then obviously thinking about where I want to go when the scheme ends, which I'm going to hold close to my chest for now because I don't want to jinx anything and I might change my mind. And yeah, I guess I'll keep you guys updated on that as to what's happening. But yeah, all in all, I'm feeling really positive. I don't know if that's coming across right now, but it's like I went through a mindset shift when we hit the new year. And now all of a sudden I'm just feeling really good about where I'm at in life. I feel like I've had like a mental reset, an emotional reset, and coming into the new year I was just like this is my year and I'm going to make it my year, whether it wants to be my year or not. And I think that's the kind of attitude I need to have to make positive things happen. And I'm finding that having this attitude means when things go wrong, instead of being like, life's cursed, someone has it out for me, nothing goes in my favour, I'm actually like, well, this rubbish thing's happened. Is there a solution? Yes, I'll go away and make the solution happen. If there's not, then move on from it and don't let it upset my life and dwell on it for longer than it needs to be dwelt upon, because then you're just prolonging your own misery, and that's not productive or helpful for you or for anyone around you. So I think this is a really good mindset coming into 2023. Not that I can't get upset, I'm more than welcome to get upset as and when I want, and it's healthy to get upset and not bottle things up. But the point is, I don't want to let it consume me when things don't go to plan, and trying to like lower my expectations or not have expectations and just take life as it comes a little bit more, which is really working out for me. I feel like more positive things are coming into my life by having this attitude, because you kind of attract back what you give out, I guess. I don't know if that's some kind of philosophy, but yeah, I feel like a lot of positive energy is coming my way at the minute, which is what we like to hear. That is where I'm at in terms of work, travel, personal life, mentality. As some of you know, my New Year's resolution was to sign up to the gym as well, and that's really helping with my positive mindset. I think I've mentioned this before, but it's more for mental well-being than physical well-being, though that is kind of an added bonus. But I find that going to the gym has kind of brought a new confidence out of me, because I've pushed myself to do something that's out of my comfort zone. Hang on 2 seconds, I'm missing a pencil I need. Yes, what was I saying? New sense of confidence, because I've kind of got like a little adrenaline boost from doing something that would normally make me uncomfortable. And it's kind of like a, oh, sorry, a bit blurry. It's kind of, yeah, like a big boost where I'm like, oh, I'm so proud of myself for doing that, and that wasn't as bad as you thought, and just really, really proud and happy for me that I'm doing things for me. So yeah, really enjoying the gym. Stuck with what I was familiar with to start with, so cardio machine, running, I'm trying to run 5Ks. I don't want to push to 10K because I don't want to hurt myself because I'm recovering from an injury. But once I'd built my confidence in the gym by entering through something that was more familiar to me on a piece of machinery that I know how to use, I've started branching out into the weights section. And what I love about the gym I've signed up to Pure Gym, so you can see on the app when the gym is busy, peak times. So if I know it's a super busy time, it's going to make me feel a bit more uncomfortable trying machines that I'm not familiar with, or areas of the gym that I know will be busy. So I can check when it's slightly quieter, and that really helps me to challenge my sort of gym fears. Try equipment that I wouldn't normally use, like the leg press or the squat rack or the weight section in general, when it's a lot quieter, there are fewer men around, because that weight section does get pretty filled up with lots of big burly gym men, and me with my little spindly girl arms can feel a little bit uncomfortable trying to do a weights workout with all those men there. But thanks to my trusty app, I can now go in when it's a bit quieter. So that's another thing that's kind of made me feel good. I'm looking forward to spring though, because running on a treadmill is slightly boring. I've tried doing it with music, I've tried doing it with podcasts, I've tried even watching like Netflix or BBC iPlayer as I run, which does make it a little bit easier, but I find I clock watch a lot when I'm on the treadmill, and I'm just like, have I hit 5K yet? Have I been running for 30 minutes yet? Can I get off? Whereas when I run outdoors, because I'm so, I don't know, engaged with my surroundings and taking in all of the sights, I worry less about my time and my pace or how long I've been running, and just enjoy the fresh air and being out. So yes, very much looking forward to spring, when it's going to be lighter, there's going to be warmer weather and I can get out more. But I would still like to keep my gym membership because of the convenience. Like, it's close to where I live and it has the weights and the machines, so if I don't feel like dragging myself outside, I can simply walk 10 minutes along the street and be there. I can change up my routine. If I don't feel like running, I can go on the cycle machine or whatever other equipment they have. I'm not super knowledgeable about the gym yet. And they also have classes as well, which I'm still hyping myself up to do. As I've said, taking it a bit at a time, chunking it down to more manageable things. And for me, joining a class is a little bit stressful still. I'm still trying to get familiar with my surroundings and the gym itself. So maybe once I've built a little bit more confidence in that space, I'll be able to go a little bit more. The staff there are really friendly as well, and they've been really helpful on things like inductions and just being a friendly face in the gym when you walk in. Like someone saying, hi, how's your week been? Did you get up to anything? Like having someone that recognizes you and is warm when you enter the gym makes a really big difference, because it kind of breaks down that barrier of the gym being a really scary, unfamiliar place. Anyway, I've rambled about the gym for like 5 minutes. I don't know if any of you found that interesting, or if you find any of my life updates interesting, but sometimes it's good to just get a bit of a ramble out of the system. I am back on the dating scene again, which is quite fun as well. Took a big long break from dating because I realised I just wasn't ready to date yet, and actually was coming into the new year with the mindset of I'm really happy being single and I'm not actively looking to be with anyone right now. I'm enjoying my own company and improving myself as a person and getting my head and emotions in the right space. So I was actually kind of sworn off dating and just focusing on me, and I think actually if anything that's the best time to date when you become so comfortable with yourself, being on your own and being the best version of yourself. So watch this space, we'll see how it goes. I'm not having any expectations, but yeah, kind of dating a little bit, but with the mindset of I don't need another person to feel fulfilled right now, and I'm working on myself right now and don't want dating to distract from that. So I think that's a really healthy way to go into it, and that kind of takes pressure off you and the other person when you're dating. If you're not actively looking to jump straight into a relationship, it kind of blossom a little bit more naturally, but we'll see. I don't want to speak too much on the topic because I don't want to get ahead of myself, and as I've said, this is the year for me and doing what I want to do without stress. So that's that. I kind of think that's everything I wanted to update you guys on. I don't think there's that much more. I'm nearly at the end of my makeup routine now anyway, which is good, with just doing a bit of basic makeup. I think I've covered everything really. I've done dating, I've done job, I've done personal life, work, trips and travels. How are you all doing? Let me know in the comments below. How are your New Year's resolutions going? Oh, that reminds me actually, speaking of New Year's resolutions, I've stuck to the gym. I'm also sticking to bullet journaling at the minute, which some of you guys would have seen in my vlogs. Let me know in the comments below if you like my journaling content, because it is a little bit of a new side to my channel, but I think very on brand of me. Like you guys know, I like a creative hobby like vlogging or scrapbooking, arty stuff, creative stuff, cooking. So I feel like journaling is a natural piece of content to sit on my channel given my interests. But let me know if you'd like videos dedicated specifically to bullet journaling, or if you're happy to just see random clips in vlogs. I'm not an expert bullet journaler. Oh, my lips are so dry because of the weather. The weather's been so up and down at the minute in the UK. One minute it's like really sunny and the next it's snowy or icy or windy. We had a lot of rain recently. Trying to talk and do my lips is not a good idea. But yeah, sticking to bullet journaling as well, which is helping on that positive mindset front as well, because it really gets me in a positive headspace for the day ahead. I'm reflecting on the day that's just been, and even when things have gone wrong, trying to reframe it in a more positive light of like, what can I take from that? What can I do to rectify the situation? How can I make sure this doesn't follow me into the next day? So journaling, yeah, has really been helping me on that positive mindset journey too. Yeah, so all in all, I'm feeling in a really good headspace. That is kind of my makeup done now. I've just been rambling for literally 20 minutes looking at the camera on my thing. I need to actually put some clothes on and get my lip gloss as well, so I'm gonna go do that, and I don't want to put my lip gloss on until I brush my teeth. I'm gonna head now. I hope you've enjoyed this really rambly, chatty get ready with me, and I hope you're all having a really good start to 2023. Thanks for watching everybody. Have a lovely weekend, and I'll catch you all next week. Bye!